If you didn't know, well, now you know. It's the Buko Boys.
You're plugged in.
What's up, everybody? I'm Dale.
And I'm DVO.
And it's the Buko Boys, if you didn't already fucking know. I just said it.
That's right.
Well, it's we're back for another episode, and guess what's happening? There's still more cookie wars happening.
Oh boy, the drama continues.
I've been seeing the advertisements. Like you talked about the one where these kids are selling cookies.
Oh.
It's a dirty dough commercial.
Let's start off by saying Crumbl released an email. It was a massive email because I think it went to. I don't know who got this. I don't know how people got this. My email from Crumbl. I don't remember signing up for an email. Like I know when you go in, you put your phone number, and you can click points. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know what you do with those points. I've never been asked like, "Hey, you want to cash in these points?" I've never been asked. So
you get money for it. They're like, "Hey, you got $2 off your cookies."
Yeah,
like, use it.
Yeah. So I've never been approached. Usually, it's almost like a self-serve. You walk in, punch in what you want, and then step away.
Now it is.
Yeah.
I noticed that last time I went.
I'm like, how do I cash in my points again? I don't get how this works. No one's really here to help me. Anyway, they put an email out saying why they're suing, and they specifically only mentioned Dirty Dough, even though they are suing Crave as well. Crave's been a little quiet in this. Is that who you need to be watching out for, maybe? The secret silent one type? Anyway, they released an email saying how a former employee went to Dirty Dough with some of their top secrets in like a flash drive or something like that. So like their top secrets of their recipes and their release dates and all sorts of stuff. And I'm reading the email, right? I'm thinking, those dirty dogs at Dirty Dough.
Espionage.
I'm like, how dare they? Crumbl deserves this lawsuit. And then Dirty Dough released their statement saying, what are you talking about? There's no former employee stole anything.
There's no spies.
So then I'm like, yeah, Crumbl, what are you talking about? I'm loving the saga here. I think it's hilarious. I love it. I love everything about it. And like you were just mentioning, Dirty Dough, not only did they do this little response, like, hey, we saw the email. Listen, none of that's true. But then they started making their own little advertisement. You need to check out Dirty Dough's social media. It is hilarious. Go ahead. Talk about which one you were watching.
The one where these kids are selling cookies like on a lemonade stand, but it's a cookie stand.
Right.
And big cookie exec comes walking out with his lawyer. And
I love how they call it Big Cookie. Dude. It's hilarious.
And he's looking at it like, oh, circular cookies? Or like, what do you guys change these out weekly? Or just things like that. Like, oh, we use square boxes, huh?
Yeah. You're still in our recipes. Like, it's our mom. We need to talk to your mom. It's hilarious. And they have another one where they're like in a board meeting, like with the lawyers talking about how they're like, you can't use sprinkles. You can't be whimsical on social media. You can't use rectangular boxes, even though 90% of all boxes are rectangular. It is hilarious. And anyway, we've been following it. I love it. And the founder of Dirty Dough has been like responding to people's comments. In fact, he's a big fan of Buko Boys. He's following us. We just assume so. But anyway, it's hilarious. And the Buko Boys, for you guys, we're gonna take the punishment and do another Cookie Wars blind taste test.
But this one's gonna be pumpkin spice because we are about that life.
All about that basic pumpkin life spice.
We will take the sugar and do the research for you guys.
So what we need though, we're hoping.
Listen to all the damage to our bodies.
Listen to us, Utah cookie companies. We need you to all align the stars so that you all release a pumpkin spice flavor at the same time, or pumpkin flavor. Because we want it fresh, right? Because we can go buy some right now and freeze it. I don't think it'll do it justice, though. Yeah.
No, we want it. Let's say first week of October. Y'all just jump on this and just all understand that is like prime pumpkin time.
Yes.
Like full pumpkin steam ahead, October 1st.
And Buko Boys will be in there buying all your cookies to do another blind taste test.
Damn right.
See what we do for you guys? We're gonna find out who has the best pumpkin cookie in Utah. That's gonna be the next one, but we need the stars to align. Because if you guys didn't know, the last blind taste test we did on the Utah Cookie Wars, those were all fresh. We spent the whole day going to all these cookie shops and buying all these cookies, so they were all fresh, same day cookies. We want to do the same thing.
There's a lot of work.
Yeah, it was. Right? We had to go travel around, so we're gonna do the same thing, but we want to do it for pumpkin. So hopefully the stars align. We'll do that for you guys. But in the meantime, you tell us who you think has the best pumpkin cookies.
You know what, though? There's a couple others that can get thrown into there, too. I know people will mention, like, Harmon's and Maverick.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I want those. So you guys send it to us. So who has the best pumpkin cookies in Utah? Send them to us because we want to make sure we get everyone included that makes really good pumpkin cookies.
Off the top of your head, who do you think would have the best? Just a biased opinion.
I've only had... Okay, I can only think of two that I've had. I'm trying to think. I don't really think of anyone else. Dunford and Crumble. I think those are the only two that I've had.
You haven't had Maverick or Harmon's? I know you have.
Oh, yes, I have. And I've had... Who made one? Twisted Sugar. I had one of theirs, which was pretty good.
So guess what I just had this morning?
What?
Part of my breakfast. It was a pumpkin chocolate chip cheesecake from Kneaders. Oh my God.
Their pumpkin bread is out also right now.
Yeah, their pumpkin bread's in full force. It's getting rolled out as we speak.
It's one of my favorite pumpkin breads. Actually, if you're asking that.
No, I was in there. People are coming in there just grabbing pumpkin bread.
Yeah, I don't blame them. It's probably my favorite.
They got all sorts of goodies.
It's so good. Anyway, I hope you guys are watching the drama and the saga of the Utah Cookie Wars. We are going to be doing your live reporting.
Live report.
Buko boys are in it.
This shit's getting real.
We're getting to the bottom of this cookie wars in Utah.
Keep you updated.
That's the job the role we're taking on for you, our fans. And we're happy to do so, by the way.
Yeah, speaking of fans,
BYU has some racist fans.
Yeah, what the hell's going on there?
So if you guys don't know...
Not surprised, but still, like, blatant. What the hell?
So if you guys don't know, BYU has one of the best volleyball teams in the country. And they were hosting Duke
And
College.
I mean, this was a big event. Like, this was a huge event going on here.
Yeah, it was like a little tournament. So they do like little regional tournaments. Most of the big schools do like a little regional tournament. They have a few schools come in and kind of do a little competition, which it does go against their overall win-loss record. But anyway, there was apparently one fan. I'm kind of getting the updates. There was apparently one fan who was dropping the N-bomb to a Duke player.
But it was like every single time she served, anytime she did anything.
And speaking of that, I don't really know what the whole Duke team was like. I don't know if they only have one black player. Or I don't know.
It seemed like he singled out this one player.
Yes, exactly. And so that fan has been removed and has been banned.
Well,
the problem is... Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, what you were going to say, the problem.
The problem is no one stepped in.
Yes.
That's the problem. So... this person's dropping N-bombs. No one's stopping them. No one's telling them. No one told the ushers or security. The team didn't respond. Now, I don't blame the team because sometimes they're used to getting like heckled and things like that. So they kind of tune stuff out. So I'm not really too mad at the team staff because they're worried about something else. Okay, they're more occupied about the game. So I'm not too worried about that. But what I am concerned about were the other fans around and the like I said, the staff of the building.
Yeah, that's what the parents of the student said that they were so upset about was that the BYU facility, BYU security, BYU faculty, nobody stopped this guy. Like nobody, the whole game. I guess it happened throughout the whole game. So finally, Duke, the school, made a statement and then told that they were upset with BYU, and then BYU finally did something at that point, and then that's when they moved the game. The next game that Duke was going to play that was supposed to be held there was moved off-site, off campus somewhere else, and no fans were allowed, only family. Yeah,
in fact, the Smith, I can't remember what it's called, Smithfield playoff. I can't remember. Anyway, where the volleyball is hosted at, I've been there. I've been to a couple of the games there, cheering on my Utes, and I am actually very surprised at how close the fans are seated to the game. So right behind... Okay, so think about the court. Okay, think about the court. And then the server, if you're not very familiar with volleyball, the server stands at the back of the court and they serve behind the line, okay? But it's only a foot or two away from the fans. It's very, very close. When I first went there, I was like... the fans are super close.
So he probably didn't have to like yell it very loud to where like everyone in the whole place was hearing it.
And it's like their student section that's right there. It's their student section. So that means it probably is a student that was doing it. No, not necessarily. It might not even, if it's where I'm thinking, it might not necessarily be a fan.
No, I don't think
it could be a student.
Yeah, I don't think it was a student. I think they released what his name was and his age.
Oh,
and all
I didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But yeah, he got banned from every event at BYU.
Good, which is good.
Yeah,
which is good.
But it makes you wonder, like, would that have even been a thing if Duke didn't say anything? If Duke didn't make an issue, like, would that have just been swept under the rug and forgotten about?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
But I'm glad that they did say something, because that shit's not cool. And yeah, that guy does deserve to be banned from every event.
Yeah, in fact, it's kind of hurting them. I looked at the comments of like their social media posts. Ooh, it looks nasty. Some of the comments,
like, because it's been an existent thing.
Yeah, like, hey, you're gonna keep being racist, So it's like,
right.
Oh boy. I know that the BYU, I think it was the women's basketball team. They have an upcoming game. It's called a home to home. So they come to home and play, and then they go to the other home and play. And I can't remember what team it was, what college it was, but they canceled it. Like, from recent news, we don't really want our players going to BYU.
Yeah,
so it's like, ugh. So it's this one fan is giving a black eye. Now I know.
It's a history of fans.
I've heard this from even the football players. The men football players have said things like, some BYU fans have said racist things, but I'm not disregarding that other schools also do this. Okay, I'm not saying it doesn't.
Think about down in the South. It's a very it's common down there in the South.
But we're a Utah-based podcast.
No, but that should be stopped down there too. You know what I mean?
Stopped everywhere. Any type of racist comments. It's just.
But yeah, bringing it to light and making it like known that, hey,
awareness.
Yeah, making it people aware that that's going on, so that the school actually steps in and stops it. Like, they actually kind of puts a spotlight on the school to do something.
Yes.
Like, make a move, punks.
Right.
What you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
So no, that's good. Make it, like, finally do something about it. Make it stop.
Exactly. So that's good. So hopefully this awareness, this black eye light that shined down is a wake up to make changes. That's what we want. Because it shouldn't exist anymore. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. But let's stick with sports for a second. Talk about some sports news.
Big news. The Spider-Man is leaving the Jazz.
He's going to the Cavs. Man, that is a big... So we just traded Gobert, and now Donovan Mitchell is gone. Our two biggest superstars, have now left the team. And what does that leave us?
So that leaves us with more money to build up rookies, I guess.
Yeah, we basically bought a couple first round picks for a few years, and we got some. It was a trade, so we got some players, and I mean they're key players. So it'll be interesting, because obviously I just mentioned we just traded our two big superstars, but those two big superstars did not win us a championship. So do we make changes? Maybe, I don't know. Right?
So I don't know. From what I haven't been following the Jazz like I said I wanted to, but from what I've been gathering from big Jazz fans is that they are happy to see Donovan Mitchell leave. And me not being, like just like an outside fan, used to be like going, I thought he was a superstar. I thought he was like great. I thought he was like our guy.
Yeah.
But I guess a lot of diehard Jazz fans are like, nah, F him, let him go. It's time to use money for other stuff. So I'm like, okay, I guess maybe they know more about the game than I do, and they know more. I don't know.
I try not to listen to too many armchair reporters, I guess you could say, right? So I try not to listen to too much of those. I take the input, and I'll kind of listen to it.
Right, yeah. But, yeah, just from what I thought and what I'm hearing, completely different. So diehard fans are happy to see him go, because now they want to see the Jazz do something different.
Right. So hopefully with the first round picks that we just acquired, that we can get some great rookies to come in.
Did you hear the two rookies that we got right now?
Yes.
The two guys? Who are they?
I don't know their names.
Oh, something Gay, and then the other guy's last name is Sexton.
Yes, yes. Yeah, he's the biggest name.
Yeah, so that team combined is Gay Sex.
Didn't.
Gay Sex.
That's the tons of. We just talked about being tolerant, Dale.
That's what's happening.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's what's happening in Utah.
No, I'm interested to see where it goes.
That's where the team's going. Gay sex.
I'm interested to see where the team goes. We need a championship.
Apparently, these guys are going to be the new superstars, so they're going to...
So, like I mentioned, I started reading books again. And the book I'm currently reading, I
gay
can't remember
sex.
The whole title is about gay sex. It's an autobiography from John Stockton. And it's been a fun read. So, okay, interesting enough. Remember how we talked about our phones are listening, right?
Yeah.
I'm reading this book about John Stockton. I'm reading it, right? I'm not like reading it out loud. A lot of my YouTube suggestions are about John Stockton. Weird.
Yeah.
It's not only listening, but it's watching.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Weird ads on my phone all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. But anyway, it's been fun like watching some of these old videos, and they're talking about how John Stockton and Karl Malone are some of the best players ever, but they just don't always get ranked up there in the GOAT discussion because they didn't win a championship.
Well, there's a lot of players that are up there that didn't get a ring either.
Yeah,
Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Who was the other one? No, it wasn't Patrick Ewing. But, I mean, there was a bunch of... Was it Patrick Ewing?
Probably.
I think maybe. But, there's some greats from the 90s era that didn't get a ring that deserved it. You know why? Because Michael Jordan was taking
Jordan era. Some of the things I listen to, they always talk about how, like, hey, you can't get mad at these people. They played in the Jordan era. So.
No, but that was the thing. Like, every team had superstars.
Oh, yeah. And it wasn't, like, one or two. Or, I mean, it was just, like, one or two superstars. And then they built a team around it.
But every team had that.
Yeah. But, like, today they try to stack teams. So it's 6 great, awesome players.
Right. And then they're playing, like, all these teams that has maybe, like, one decent guy.
Yeah. It was kind of ridiculous. Maybe that's the era we're in now. Maybe that's what the Jazz need to do. Just start acquiring a bunch of just like superstars.
And they even said that to I can't remember who they were interviewing, and it was an old basketball player from the '90s era, and they said, "What if Michael Jordan approached you with this huge $1 million deal to recruit you for the Bulls during your golden era?" And he was like, "I'd tell him to go fuck himself." Because like you were dedicated to your team back then.
Right.
You weren't flopping teams, LeBron. But
you're thinking you clear your throat there.
Yeah. But you know what I mean. That was like you were dedicated to your damn team.
Yes. Well, going back to John Stockton, he missed I think 22 games in total.
He has a record for
seasons.
Not missing games.
In 19 seasons, he missed 22 games total. So that's like 1 game a season. On average, he missed 1 game a season. Many seasons, he went. I think 4 or 5 seasons in a row, he didn't miss 1 game. Leads the NBA with records that most likely will never be beat in assists and steals. That means offense and defense.
Yeah, he was a beast.
Yeah, and people always say he's one of the toughest players. Gary Payton, the Hand, was like, I hated playing against John Stockton because part of my game was getting people's heads. And I could never get in his head. He just would ignore me. And it drove me so crazy that he would ignore me.
He was always quiet. His mouth didn't move on the court.
No.
You see everybody talking shit or saying something to somebody. His mouth was just tight-lipped the whole time. Like, he's just breathing through his nose.
He's like, because he's thinking about the next play and how he's going to score a pick and roll.
Stealing and assisting. That's all he was about.
Oh, it's amazing. So, that's what I've been watching and reading.
I keep dropping my damn chair.
All right. Let's get into some upcoming events coming up. Witch Fest is at Gardner Village. Just started right now. As we are recording is the first day.
Yeah,
but by the time you hear it,
it
just happened. It's starting, so it's going to go for 2 months. The Witch Fest, Gardner Village. If you haven't been, it's a fun experience. You can have breakfast with witches, but they're just dressed up, walking around, talking to the kids. There's events. They're gonna have pumpkins out, and there's just a lot of events happening in Gardner Village. Now is a perfect time to go as well.
It's not so hot
soon because it won't be so hot. It's nice and cool.
We're still hitting like triple digits out of nowhere, but like the mornings and evenings are pretty nice.
Oh yeah, I had my windows down this morning. Oh, it felt so good. I was like, it's not burning up like it is at this time. it was nice. So Witch Fest is happening at Gardner Village. It is a blast. Go check it out.
What's the other one? Jeff Dunham, the puppet guy,
the ventriloquist.
Do you ever watch him? I never watch him.
Yeah. Like I've never like watched his special. I usually just watch clips of his. Here's the thing. I like him. I think he's very talented. I just kind of get sick of it a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen clips.
Yeah, so I like watching clips of him.
And
but I get why people love his whole show. And, and it's probably better than I would think if you were there watching it live. I bet it's way better than watching videos of it.
Just, like me personally, when I see ventriloquist stuff, like I do get bored of it quick.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it does just kind of, you're dragging this joke way too long. But,
But there's a reason why he's the superstar of ventriloquism. And like I've heard it to him on podcasts. He does great interviews. I think he's very talented. I've never seen his whole show, just clips, but I do like watching his clips.
But yeah, there's a reason he's big like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Dan Kelly of Fortunate Youth.
Fortunate Youth is a reggae band, if you're not
So they're going to be here doing a big concert at the end of September. But before the concert, he's going to be doing like
and they just had a concert a couple weeks ago.
Right, yeah.
Here.
But he's going to be doing like a little jam sesh at Hogswallow.
Love Hogswallow.
And that's going to be at the end of the month on the 29th. And
so his solo, what does he do solo? Because some people
just performs his same
for
songs.
example, like I said, Fortunate Youth, they do reggae, but sometimes when someone does their own little solo thing, sometimes they say in the same genre, or sometimes they want to just kind of, they have other passions of genre music. So
I think this is going to be more of an acoustic jam sesh where it looks like they have a bunch of other members from local reggae bands that are going to be there. Not like the whole band, but it just seems like there's just going to be members of these bands. And it sounds like they're just going to do like jam sesh.
That'd be cool. I think
so like he's probably going to do the vocals and then these
Someone's
other
playing live guitar.
Right, yeah. He's going to have other members of acoustic, other bands like kind of all just like getting a jam sesh going and everyone kind of joining in and kind of feeling the funk.
And feel the funk. Is awesome. I mean, it's such a great environment. It feels like you're in a pub in a cabin feel, right? It's just, I love Hogswallow. Such a good feel in there.
And Dan Kelly, man, he was pouring me shots like in a big old glass, like this deep, and handing me shots. Deep? Oh God, so deep it'll put your ass to sleep. Okay. Man, he got me wasted. I'm gonna do it again.
What day of the week is that? So September 29th.
29th.
I'm gonna look. What day of the week is that?
I don't know, but the same day. Remember how I told you before?
It's a Thursday. Okay. Thursday.
They always do like things happening on the same night. The same night, if you're a reggae fan, Black Uhuru is gonna be here. But yeah, that'll be the same. I don't remember, but they'll be here the same night. And then, before that though, so if that's a Thursday, this will be a Tuesday night. Jack Harlow
at the Maverick Center.
Yeah, he's getting big.
He is.
I don't know much. Like I know I've heard his music, but I could never name a song off the top of my head.
I don't know much of his music, to be honest with you. I've just seen interviews of him and his interaction with other like hip hop stars, and he's pretty funny. He's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. He's young, but like, yeah, he seems like he's pretty good. But I can't think of any of his music. But I mean, if he's performing at the Maverick Center, I mean that's a big event, so that's going to sell a bunch of tickets. Good stuff there.
Yeah, so there's some upcoming events you guys should check out coming up. Let's talk about our next food review. This place recently opened up, and they're already opening up a few more spots throughout Utah. It's Hello Sugar.
So, what'd you think? I like the little donuts. They have little donuts.
Yes.
And they have sodas and they have coffees.
So sodas, like crafted sodas.
Yeah, where you add the creamers and the flavors and you make nice little crafted sodas.
And ice cream. So ice cream, mini donuts, and craft sodas.
Did they have coffees?
I don't think so.
Maybe not. Okay.
No. So that's what they have there, and they're trying to be like, hey, this is your
ice cream or gelato?
It says ice cream.
Okay.
It's displayed like the gelato.
Yeah, it does display like gelato.
But it does say ice cream. So we didn't have any, but that is what it says.
But we didn't have a soda.
Like gelato. We had soda and we had donuts.
And I didn't know this at the time, but the sodas come with donuts on your straw.
Yes.
And then we ordered more donuts because that's what we do. Because they're mini, so
we gotta try.
Yeah. They had a bunch of flavors.
You call them mini, I call them bite size.
I could definitely take a whole bite, take a whole donut in one bite. No questions asked.
I can see how maybe people take a couple bites. Not me, bite sized donut.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call them that from now on. You can get some bite sized donuts over at Hello Sugar.
Buko bites.
Buko bite. So they're opening up in South Jordan. They're opening in Riverton and a few more locations as well coming. So we gotta check it out. I was out of town when they opened, so that's why we're okay. We were gonna go for grand opening. I was out of town, so
we'll go to the other grand opening, the one by my house. We'll go to that one.
Yeah. So what I like to do, what I've been trying to do now, because sometimes when we do our reviews, I'm either like really excited to try a place, or I'm hungry, or I have a craving. So I go to these places to satisfy that need I have. But then I like to wait because sometimes, like I said, sometimes I'm hungry or I'm having like a sugar craving. So this might like the places we go might satisfy those. But then I like to reflect back a little bit and think, okay, now how do I really like it? Because obviously maybe I was really hungry at the time, but now that I'm full, let me really review back and think back about these things. So Del, tell us, what were your first thoughts walking into Hello Sugar, and then the experience?
My thoughts walking in?
Yeah, like the way it looks when you walk in.
Okay. Very purple, and it
looked fun.
Yeah, it was like welcoming.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they just had the grand opening recently, so they had balloons up. I know those aren't going to stay.
They might. They had like little bubble light features that are always going to be there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, those balloons complement that, so they might continue that. I don't know. So I don't know.
Trust me, getting balloons made up is very tedious. I doubt it will last.
Well, yeah, who knows?
I'll tell you.
But I did like it, and you do have everything just kind of displayed out there. You know what to get. So, no cash. They don't take cash.
They're cashless. Well, I don't know if that will also stay, but as of now, they are trying to be cashless.
But
just go cards.
I mean, it's clean. It's welcoming. It's purple.
Yeah, I like the decor. They have neon lights. It's bright. You can see them in the back. You can see them making the sodas. You can see them frying the donuts, decorating the donuts. You can kind of see all that right there. It's all on display for you to watch. So I like that. Was there a drive-through?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Now they might not always have.
Was
I'm
there?
Not sure. I'm trying to remember. This was a former Dunkin' Donuts, which did have a drive-through. Okay. So I don't know if they capitalized on that. And say, okay, we'll just
I don't know if they're still using it. I don't know.
I thought it looked like someone was at a window, but I'm not 100%. But the South Jordan might have a drive-through.
maybe not. I don't remember.
All right. So anyway, that's the look. Very welcoming, very fun looking. We place our order. They're cashless, and you can get one bite-sized donut, or a 4-pack, or 8-pack, or 12-pack, or whatever. You can get different variations. But just know, like we found out, if you get an 8-pack, okay, so you can get a 4-pack.
Yeah, the 4-pack, and you can choose four flavors. Or when you get an 8-pack, you can still only choose 4 flavors, just and they kind of 2 of each. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of a savings, or you can do like what we did. We got 2 4-packs, so we get 2 different.
We can get 8
different flavors. I don't know. I don't see the point of it. I don't get it, because they're all. Here's why. Okay.
I think because they have to. Maybe they stack. I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, it looked like all the donuts are just right there. You can just grab them. I don't know what the big deal is. Like instead of grabbing 1, I grabbed 2. I don't know. I don't get it. But it only saves you like 50 cents anyway, so not not a big deal. Just get, if you want to try a lot of different flavors, just get
2 4-packs.
2 4-packs instead of 1 8-pack. I'm shrugging my shoulders if you're not watching. I'm shrugging.
But we found a loophole and we capitalized on it.
So anyway, we got 8 different flavors, and I think was there like 12 flavors, roughly?
Maybe 15. I think there's more.
Yeah, there was a couple we didn't get, but it didn't seem like there was much we missed.
But makes a reason to go back.
Yeah, there we go. So, how was the presentation for you? Kind of tell me what your thoughts were.
I like the little boxes. I do like the boxes, and I like how they write your name on it too. So it's like, hello, Dale. I'm sugar now. Now I'm the sugar.
Yes.
So what I do like is when you open it, they all look pretty. I mean, the presentation is nice. They all look very. They look like a fancy donut, but they are miniature size, of course. But then they put like a sparkle spring, like a sparkle
glitter, like edible glitter.
Yes, the edible glitter. That's the one.
Yeah.
Edible glitter on top. So it's like little unicorns dump these out.
Of their pooper.
They're little unicorn poopers. Yes. Magical unicorn poop. But I love the way it looks.
Okay.
And I like how on the drink, when they give it to you, you have 3 mini donuts on your straw. I like all that.
Okay. The presentation was fantastic. It was, like you said, a unicorn pooped them out, so there's nice glitter on them. Mm-hmm. The drinks, the craft sodas, they have mini donuts on them with they were cinnamon sugar, and they're all cake by the way.
Not cinnamon sugar. They were sugar donuts.
Sugar
some were
donuts.
Like red, white, and blue, and one was like regular sugar. One was like a sour. Strawberry sour. One was like a blue raspberry sour.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. And they're all cake donuts, by the way. So they're all mini.
Yeah, it's all the same
donuts.
type of donut, and they're all just iced and flavored different depending on what you get.
So the presentation is nice for picture quality, but overall, I don't really care for glitter all over my donuts. Edible glitter, just like hindsight, I was like, why? Besides the presentation, why? This is kind of my question.
For the presentation, yeah.
And so I just think it was just a lot of glitter, in my opinion. It's just, yeah, you have the sugar donuts, they're kind of sparkly from sugar, and then you got glitter on top of them. It's just, for me, it was a little extra.
It's magical, damn it! It's marketing and it's magical. They pay extra for that.
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah, take that.
So, flavor-wise, what did you think about flavor-wise?
Flavor-wise, I did like some more than others. But I liked I thought I liked the little donuts. They had a little crunch to the outside of them, and like I said, some flavors were better than others.
Which is what you like on a cake donut because they're fried. So you want a little bit of crunch on the outside, then a soft interior,
and warm and soft. But I did like it. The ones that the flavors that I did like more, I really enjoyed. I thought they were awesome.
We got the lilac lavender. It was a very strong lavender flavor, but I liked it. It was probably my favorite one. And that was a last minute decision to get that one. I'm glad I did.
What other one was good? I think the Coco Lala, was that the other one? Yeah, that one was really good.
Like a coconut.
Yep, I like that one a lot too.
And the Dutch baby.
It was kind of like a
powdered.
Yeah, it was like almost like a beignet with a
fresh
lemon wedge,
fresh lemon,
lemon wedge on it, like thin slice.
So it means it's edible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them had a good texture, like you said. You bite into it, it's crispy, and then it gets soft. Some of them kind of felt stale to me. A couple of them did. I don't know if it's just like the coating they put on or whatever. So for me, I felt there was a little bit of inconsistency with it.
On some of the flavors?
Yeah, but...
Like maybe they made it earlier?
Yes.
Was it the one with the glaze, maybe?
I don't remember.
Maybe the one with frostings?
Yeah. And so, yeah, some of them had little inconsistencies. Flavor-wise, yeah, so we had different flavors. Some were really good. Some were just like, I don't really taste it. Like the s'mores one.
No, it was the root beer float one.
Root beer float one.
Yeah.
Didn't have much flavor to it.
Kind of just had sugar. Maybe because we had other things that had more flavor to it, and it just made it more bland. Who knows?
Yeah. There was a strawberry shortcake that was really good. That was a really good one. That was a good one. I remember that one. Overall, like, this place is not going to satisfy my donut craving, in my opinion.
It wouldn't satisfy because you...
They just weren't my favorite, I guess.
Okay.
For me, this is DVO speaking, for me, it just didn't really... It didn't curb my craving for donuts. Like if I went to maybe we did a feature for Banbury Cross Donuts. Like that's going to satisfy my donut crave. Like that takes care of that.
Okay. Now here's this standpoint.
Okay.
Here's somebody who's trying to lower their sugar intake, but also has donut cravings.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what if I get a 4-pack and I can eat that over the course of a couple days and satisfy my donut. Like if I have a donut crave, I could just take one of those little mini ones instead of having a whole big donut.
You can buy them singularly. You can just buy a mini donut. I think you can buy one.
Well, yeah, of course you can. But I'm just saying you can buy a 4-pack, and every time you have a donut craving,
it'll be stale.
You think in a couple days?
Yes.
Okay, mate.
They already were tasting stale on day of.
Oh yeah, you're saying that.
Tasting stale day of some of these. So yeah, they definitely.
Okay, yeah, you can go in there and buy one then. Okay, you go in there and you can buy one, but
or you can buy a good donut and take a bite and throw the rest of it away.
Why do that? Why? That sounds like a horrible idea.
You want to satisfy your donut craving.
Yeah, so you go in there and buy one.
In my opinion, this is not going to satisfy your donut craving.
Well,
maybe.
If somebody's trying to lower their sugar intake, then they have a mini donut instead of a whole donut.
Well, in that case, maybe do it mini because you can take a couple little nibbles to really get it. It's really satisfying for you. Their sodas, their craft sodas. What did you think about the craft sodas?
I like that they have like that. That's an option there, but there wasn't a big selection to choose from. I mean, you could make your own, but then now you're on a spot of like, how do I do this? I don't know what flavors to put together. So I think on the menu there was probably like 6 sodas to choose from. So I would rather go to a different place for because Utah has so many soda places.
Yeah,
like they're like it's like the mecca of dirty sodas here in Utah. That's like another war.
Is,
that's a whole other war.
It is. Yeah.
So I'd probably go somewhere else for the soda, but
and I'd go somewhere else for the donuts and soda.
But I mean, it's a cool concept. I like the idea. I mean, there's food trucks that do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and they do well. This is just a brick and mortar type.
You have the mini donuts.
Yeah.
Bite size.
So, I mean, some people crave that. You know, some people like the cake donuts in mini style. It's fun.
And I will
say... kids would love this. Kids love this shit.
Yeah. I will say there's some of those mini donut food trucks that I think do a better job than Hello Sugar. In fact, I think the name is adequately named. Hello Sugar, because I just feel like everything was just overly sugared. I thought the craft sodas were just overly sugared. The drink you got, it tasted like the blue Otter Pop. And you know how Otter Pops are. They are just like full of sugar. I kind of feel like your drink kind of tasted like that. My drink, I got...
well, it's in the name. I expect to have a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I like the concept. It's not going to be my favorite place to go for donuts and craft sodas. I'll say that. It's probably not my go-to. In fact, it is not my go-to for either of those places.
I think, I mean, I can agree with you just because of what we know we like.
Yeah.
But I could see this being a cool concept for marketing, using, these boxes for marketing, to bring these to your clients or whatever, or birthday parties or little get-togethers and putting those out there on a dish, for get-togethers. So I could see this, because you can get those big boxes of multiple flavors. So
yeah,
I could see the concept doing well, for certain things. But like, yeah, going in and trying it was worth it to get the idea and the flavors of everything. And I probably will go back when they open this new one. But yeah, it's not something that I feel like, what you mean is I'm not going to go out of my way all the time to go there. It's going to be like a certain type of situation.
Convenience.
Yeah.
The situation is convenience. Oh, it's right here.
Right.
Yeah.
And
it's not bad.
I've been I started going back to the gym, and so I'm gonna probably lower my sugar intake anyways. So but until the Cookie Wars thing, I'm definitely gonna make that sacrifice for everybody.
Well, we're not eating the whole cookie.
Right, we're taking a bite. But guess what? When you guys leave,
we hit stop on the recorder.
Somehow these cookies disappeared. You left them here.
What are they supposed to do? Throw them away?
Not all that. No, that's a lot of gold right there.
Well, there's our review of Hello Sugar. But definitely check it out. It is a cool experience, by the way. So even though I'm not like giving it my full endorsement of like my favorite donut or my
right. I mean, we know what donuts we like. I like
I
like raised donuts.
Yeah, but it is a great experience and it's a fun experience. And if you do have a sugar craving, this will definitely hit that spot for you.
Yeah, it's definitely hit the sweet spot. Well, all right, we'll call that an episode, guys. Thanks for listening and watching. We love you guys.
Bye.